Just look at that. Whoa, cheeseburger pie. That is absolutely amazing. Hi everyone, how you all doing? Welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are making cheeseburger pie. Old school cheeseburger pie. Quick to make, bit of pastry in the pan, in the oven, job done. Not as quick as that, but it's going to be quick. Right, we've got some veggies to do. Okay, and I've already started, as you can see. And all we're doing is I'm going to use some red pepper. Now, all we're going to do is just cube up that red pepper. And we're going to put that red pepper in a bowl. Now, this is straightforward. A couple of ingredients. We've got those peppers in there. Garlic. Chop open in your bowl. And then we want some onion, you know, nice and steady on the onion. We just want some small cubes. Now I've got white onion here. It's only a small onion. It's probably enough, but I'm going to use a red onion as well. So I've got this red onion, so we're going to have that in there as well. Now, I'm not saying mix onions, you know, you just use onion. In there. That's our ingredients, apart from some breadcrumbs and some herbs. And my eyes are stinging, strong onion. Right, let's just put that to one side. We just have to quickly get our pastry made. Now, I've already made the pastry. As you well know, I make my own pastry. There's a link on the site. And I put a link up here, and it's in the description of how to make the no-fail rich short crust pastry. It is delicious. If not, you're going to have to use out of a packet. Okay, a cheeseburger is about this big. So I'm going to do it in a big pie tin like this. Okay, no worries, let's give it a go. Bit of flour on there. Our pastry, boom. So we want a bit of flour on the top of there. We don't need to go bananas. And we want a bit of it on our pin. We want to get that rolled out to fit that tin. That's our pastry. It should fit that. Let's get it picked up and put in that tin. There we go. Get our tin. Dab our pastry over the top of there. And let's have it in there. Get it right down. Got to get into the bottom. Feed it in. Now, because this is an open, what they call an open pie, okay, we're just going to put the filling inside this. What I want you to do is I want you to take the pastry and just scrunch it up around the top like that. Okay, because we are using this huge tin. So let's just scrunch it up like that round there. And this is going to give us an instant crust. Now, we don't need all that. Now, this is a real cheats way of getting a lovely crust on the top of there. So, but just lift it above the pie tin, because when we come to take it out, it might stick. So just lift it up and squash up. It's very quick, it's very easy to get a pie crust on the top of there. You know, it doesn't have to be super perfect. It doesn't have to be cut round with a knife. It doesn't have to be the two fingers, one finger. We just want that crust on there. Just stick that inside. So that's our super duper pie crust. Grab a fork, prick all over in the bottom. All over, all up the sides. Now that's putting holes all the way around. It's going to stop the pie from puffing up. Now we need to get some greaseproof paper, shove it in there, put some baking beads in and blind bake it in the oven. Now this is going to be a huge, huge cheeseburger pie. So what you do is you take your paper, you screw it all up and you put it in your pie. Okay, it's all screwed up. It's just easier, it'll fit inside nice and easy. Okay, so we want that in there. You can use beans, you can use whatever, but I'm using baking beads and we're just going to put those in there. Now that's going to weight it down just a little bit. Now these are ceramic baking beads, but like I say, you can use beans if you wish. You know, I've cooked many times with beans on this channel. So in we go. And we're coming up to the sides. That's going in the oven. It's on about 170. It's going in there for about 15 minutes to blind bake. Then we're going to take the stuff out and we're going to put it back in for 15 minutes. So let's get that in our oven. So in our pan, a little splurge of oil, pan on, heat up, chuck in our onions, garlic, all that stuff. Our peppers, and let's just start cooking it. Right, we want to be going in there with a pinch of salt. Get some salt in. We're going in with some freshly ground black pepper. We're stirring round. Let's have it cooking up. Now what we have to do with this, even though we're going to add some wet ingredients, we've got to cook it dry. You know, some people will actually cook veggies like this and try and cook it all out and then add the beef. But we started cooking this, we're going to get our beef mince in there. It will cook together. So in with our mince. Okay, we want to be breaking it up. Break up our mince in there. Now, the reason I like doing it this way is all the fluid cooks out together. But you have that flavour. Okay, being English, it was some Worcester sauce. Get that flavour in there, you know. And then we want to be going in with about a heaped teaspoon of oregano. And all those flavours will come together as it's cooking in the pan. So we want to cook that for about 5 minutes, get it cooking down in there. And then we're just going to go in with some regular store-bought tomato sauce. Now, not ketchup. We're going in with a tomato sauce out of a jar that you would put on pizzas or anything, or spaghetti. And that's just going to put that little bit of a tomato flavour in there. So as you can see in this pan, there is an awful lot of fluid that we need to cook off. So we're just going to cook it until it cooks dry. Okay, we want to go in there with just a little bit of tomato flavouring. You know, we want to put that tomato flavouring through there. We don't want too much because we're still going to cook it dry. So in it goes. And then we're going in with some breadcrumbs. In with the breadcrumbs, that's going to soak up all that flavour in there and help dry it out. But it'll keep it moist. So get it in there and cook it through. You can see it's already cooking through already. and it's going to be cooked dry. Cook it dry. But it will hold all the moisture in there. The pie will be very moist. Now if we can get a bit of browning on the bottom of this meat, that will be superb, you know, because a cheeseburger is grilled off, it has a bit of browning on there. We've got an egg in there. We're just going to beat it up and make an egg wash. So we've still got too much moisture in there, look, we need to cook that off. If we don't cook it off, we need to take it out with a spoon. Pie out, we've got to get those beads out of there and we've got to put it back in. Right, let's get that back in there for another 10 minutes so it cooks out the bottom. Just quick stir. Oh, look at that, we've got that lovely caramelization of that beef. That is exactly what we want in here. You know, people don't cook it this way, they cook it till it's just cooked. But you know, a cheeseburger's got flavour all over it. Put the flavour on. Okay, flame off. That is cooked. That is sensational. All we got to do now is put that to one side and finish that pie in that oven. And then we can put the contents in that pie. Here we go. Right, savoury pies. They're notorious for soaking up the moisture and having a wet pastry bottom. Egg wash. Get the egg wash in there. Seal it up. Egg wash in there. All the way around there. Back in the oven 30 seconds. That's the pie out and sealed. Okay, to our egg mixture then. We just use the egg for the egg wash, but you know, we want egg in there. We want about a quarter cup of milk. Get that in, mix it up with about, oh, I don't know, about half a teaspoon of yellow mustard and a bit of pepper. Stir it all in, get our 2 cups of cheese in there, get our cheddar cheese in, mix it all through, and that's going to be our cheese mixture to go on the top. Okay, so what we've got to do, we've got to actually pack down our pie, pack it down, get the meat in, squash it right down. You know, a cheeseburger is a burger and it's quite solid. So let's squash it in there, let's get it right into the bottom, squash it down, pack it in, and then we're going over the top with our cheese mixture. So get it all in there, squash it down. Oh, that looks absolutely tremendous. It actually smells like a cheeseburger. It tastes like a cheeseburger. You know, it's got that bit of a burnt caramelization on the beef in there with the onions. It's superb. Okay, on with the cheese. Now, don't set the cheese right to the end. Keep a little bit of a border, if you like, because what's going to happen, the cheese is going to sink down and fill out. It's going to go across. And what we're trying to do is keep the cheese inside that pastry without bubbling it all over. So just pile it on there, leave a border. Oh, that looks absolutely sensational. Okay, back in the oven, it's got to go in the oven. 170, about 20 minutes. Don't forget, it's all cooked inside. We're just cooking over that cheese top. That is it. It looks absolutely delicious. We'll see when it comes out in 20 minutes. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. Look at that. Right, what we have to do is let it cool down. We'll let it cool down. We'll take the sides off and then we'll cut a slice. That is cheeseburger pie made. That looks incredible. Oh, come on. That is sensational. Just look at that. Whoa, cheeseburger pie. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Oh, now that looks really special. Oh, let's get in here. Oh. 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 Oh, that is incredible. That is absolutely delicious. You know, that is cheeseburger pie made right there. Oh, incredible. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video.